Okay, so say I have these two equations. I have y equals negative x squared and y squared equals 1/2 x. And I want to find the focus and directrix of these. So I had two standard equations from the last video. One of the standard equations was x squared equals 4py. The other one was y squared equals 4px. And I wrote them over the one that seemed like they were going to correspond to. This one had x squared, so I wrote the x squared one here. This one had a y squared, so I wrote the y squared one there. Once I have the equations, I can find my focus by having 0p if it's one that opens up or down. So, or by doing p0 if it's one that opens up sideways. I can have my directrix. It's either going to be y equals negative p or x equals negative p. And I can have my focal diameter. Oh, I guess I didn't ask for focal diameter, but we'll find it. That would just be 4p. So first thing I need to do is get this equation in that form. So y'all should remember to get stuff into forms from graphing lines to the whole y equals mx plus b thing. Usually solve for y. So here I have x squared equals 4py. So I'm going to solve for x squared. So I'm going to divide both sides by -1. And I am going to get x squared equals -y. Now this and this look like they're in the same form. So that means the thing in front of my y here is a -1. The thing in front of my y here is the 4p. So 4, well, I guess I'll write, I don't know, I kind of did not set this up well. I'll write 4p equals -1 down here. Okay, so thing in front of the y, thing in front of the y, so I can set them equal to each other since it's in the right form. And which means I know my focal diameter. My focal diameter is just -1. I could find my directrix, I could solve, and I could find my focus. I can solve for p. P should equal -1/4. So this one opens up or down because it's a negative x squared. So if I graph this out, it would look like that. We've graphed enough of these. So my focus would be down here at -1/4. So therefore, I'm going to say my focus is 0, -1/4. Now my directrix is going to be up here at +1/4. And it's going to be a horizontal line. So I'm going to write y equals 1/4. Okay, I can do the same thing to this one. This one's already solved for y squared. So this one, my 4p, is just going to equal the 1/2. So 4p equals 1/2. Which means, again, I know my focal diameter right away. My focal diameter is going to equal 1/2. I can solve for p, so I'll divide by 4. P should equal 1/2 divided by 4. Flip your fraction and multiply, so 1/2 times 1/4, 1/8. So my focus, and this is going to be a sideways one because it has a y squared. So this one would open up sideways. So that means my focus then is going to be 1/8 because it'll be on the x, 0. So my directrix would be x equals, because my directrix would now be a vertical line, -1/8. And done. I know what the focus is, I know what the directrix is. So if I was going to use this in actually building something, this would help me out.